Hello guys, hope you are doing well. This is Nicholas Global Diaries. So today my friend asked me, my friend from abroad told me that Nicholas, people from here abroad here, they think Africa well, but often there's a lot of misunderstanding. I stand to correct him. I told her that Africa is a continent. We people live in a good faith. We live as a community, but there's a lot of misunderstanding from people abroad concerning Africa. There's some misconception that Africa is not good, Africa is dangerous, Africa is one country, Africa people don't go to school, they don't have a good diet, they don't have good medical facilities, they don't have good transport facilities like good roads, they don't travel by aeroplanes, they only use donkeys. But I told her, no, this is not what Africa is all about. Africa is a good continent. So today I'll educate you about the misconception about Africa from people abroad. They think Africa is this, but in reality Africa is this. So I'll just want to tell you. I'll want to tell you what Africa really is, the misconception about Africa. So stay tuned. Welcome to Nicholas Global Diaries, and make sure you watch this video until the end, and make sure you subscribe to this video or to this channel. You can share this video to your friends, family, so that everyone can understand what Africa really is and the misconception about Africa. So welcome and welcome again, and stay tuned throughout the episode. And one misunderstanding about Africa is that people think life here is a struggle. Even though this is a truth to some extent, there are many places that people do not live well. They are in extreme poverty, but it does not mean that everywhere in Africa people live in poverty. For example, the place where I live here, I can say it is middle class. There are some good people with a lot of money that are rich, or I can say that well off. They have something. They have transport, personal transport like vehicles, things like those. And there are others that they struggle to live in their life. So this is a common misconception that Africa, everywhere in Africa, people are living in extreme poverty. No, it is not like that. Even though there are many places outside Africa, maybe in Europe, that people live in extreme poverty. Even though we are just trying to live day by day, as you can understand here, life is cheap more than the West. Life here is cheap so much. So that's it. So life here is cheap, not expensive, just like the West places. So that's a misconception that Africa life is not good, or people are struggling. No, that's a misconception. People don't struggle that much in Africa, but you may find many people in other places in the world, gazetted areas like America, Europe, England, they think of Africa as a poor nation. They think Africa is one big nation that is very poor. No, Africa is not poor like that, but we are just struggling to make ends meet. People here, there are people who are doctors here in Africa. People here work, they live a normal life, they laugh with each other. We live as a community. So that's like everything about that misconception. Misconception number 2: people assume that people living in Africa are unhappy, but this is wrong. You know, happiness does not depend on how much wealth you have, but happiness depends on what your heart desires always. Some happiness is got by when you get food. When other people get food, they are happy. but others, when they get luxury items like expensive cars, expensive yachts, expensive aeroplanes, they think that that is happiness. No. But in Africa, the probability of people being happy is very high, because people don't tend to overlook on happiness. They don't materialize happiness. They use happiness, or they see happiness as a form of the gathering of community, coming together of communities, speaking with your families, enjoying those moments with the families. Yeah, that's what happiness mainly consists about in Africa. Probability of people being happy is higher here in Africa, even though we don't have expensive cars, we don't have expensive hotels, houses, but at some extent, this is what makes us people in Africa. This is what enables us to live well in Africa. So sometimes many people, my friends that are abroad, they usually ask me, why are people happy? You seem to be happy, but what we see in books, what you see in documentaries, it is often not shown that you are happy people. But I always tell them, happiness is not portrayed by Western media. Western media do not always portray Africa as a happy continent, but what they want to show is not what is real. Or maybe I cannot blame them. Maybe they don't know what Africa, or they think Africa is still in the 19th century. But we are in 21st century. As people in the world improving their daily standards, living standards, that's also how people in Africa improving living standards. So that's a great misconception. People think that Africa is not happy, or people from Africa are not happy. Most of the people in Africa are always happy. Are always happy, not because of material things, no, but because we have one common thing in us, that is unity and peace. That's the main source of happiness. You live with your families, you go to work in the morning, you come at the evening. That's what happiness mainly means in Africa. So that misconception that Africa or people from Africa are not happy is very wrong. People in Africa are very, very, very happy. Like, for example, me, I'm very happy. I don't have much, but I'm very happy. I'm satisfied with what I have. I'm satisfied with where I was born. I don't blame anyone. No, I don't blame anyone, because this is the place God wanted me to live. So that's a major misconception. So let us go into misconception number 3. The misconception about Africa, number 3. So when you live here, you don't think about this misunderstanding. You just live as a normal person, a normal human being. You eat, you drink, you go to the toilet, you wash. So when you live here, you just live. You don't think about this misunderstanding. But when you hear how Africa is being seen from outside Africa, mainly Europe, you just realize how delicate this matter is. People don't realize that Africa is a large continent with different cultures, different countries, different people. We have different races in Africa. Many people think that Africa is only made up of black race. No, Africa is made up of Arabs, Indians, the whites that are in South Africa, or even here in Kenya. There are whites, there are Indians, there are Africans that are black race, and all of those people live here in harmony with harmony and love to each other. So these people, these things that are here on the internet do not sit well with me. That's why I decided to make this video to educate you people about Africa, what's the difference between the West and Africa. So exactly this is how people live in Africa. It does not mean that you can do whatever you like. No, Africa is governed by a rule of law. For example, in each country you are governed by a rule of law. For example, here in Kenya, the law says clearly that you must follow the law as a Kenyan. The constitution states clearly that you must follow the law. So guys, that's mainly for today. That's the misunderstanding I wanted to educate you about, and everything to come, I'll just show you. You just continue being to my channel, continue supporting me, continue watching this video, so that and I appreciate you so much for watching these videos. You are very good people. You make me, it is my dream, guys, and I appreciate you so much, and I thank you for this, for making my dream come true. I'll be bringing you so much from Africa here, probability from here in Kenya and to the world. I'll be traveling all around. I'll be showing you different things, different cultures in Africa. I'll be visiting different people. I'll be going to animal parks, wildlife. I'll go to Masai Mara. I'll show you all of those. So that's it for today, guys, and remember, this is Nicholas Global Diaries. So guys, don't forget to subscribe, to like this video, and to share to everyone that you love, so that he can know, or she can know, that Africa is not one. She can know the misunderstanding about Africa. She can know what Africa really is, from my point of view, from a person who has lived in Africa and exploring Africa as a continent, from Kenya to the world. So guys, that's it for today, and I want to thank you so much for being with me. Have a good day, have a great time, have a melodious time with your families. Have a good time with your families, and thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Adios, muchachos. Peace.